Hello everyone, welcome to Majestic Academy. So today we are here with the video explanation of the question paper which held on 29th of this, on 29th of September. So we will be explaining the question जो कि आप लोगों ने আপোনালোকে সবে যোনবোৰ attempt কৰিছে so অকমান বুজাই দিবলৈ চেষ্টা কৰিম so যিবোৰো মই বুজাম so we will go by rule ঠিক আছে so আনসাৰবোৰ অলপমান এনেকুৱা হ'ব পাৰে কি মোৰ আনসাৰবোৰ নিমিলিব পাৰে বাই চান্স এনেকুৱা কিবা there may be changes ঠিক আছে so হেতু বাদ দি so I will be explaining the questions so first question says rearrange the following components to form a correct sentence মানে কি বুলি কৈছে কি সেন্টেন্সবোৰ যোনবোৰ এবোৰ দিয়া আছে হেবোৰ rearrange কৰিব কৈছে যেনেকৈ আমি পেৰা জাম্বলত শিকিছিলো ঠিক আছে so হেতু হিসাবত আপনা কৰিব লাগিব so answer should be option number C ঠিক আছে so if the answer is option number C so let's read the total answer so it says so option number 2 to first rahibo so it says here we are strolling number 4 then on the surface of the moon and then tar pasot ahise where no man had ever set foot before ঠিক আছে so the first option should be 2 4 1 3 so this should be your answer in rearranging the sentence okay next question to hudise which word would substitute the marked portion the zebra stripes on roads are for crossing by people who are walking ঠিক আছে তো এতিয়া আমি যেনেকৈ দেখিছো zebra crossing ৰাস্তা দেখিছো right so হেবু কা কানে হয় আৰু হেবু ক্ৰস কৰিব যোৱা বুৰক কি বুলি কয় ঠিক আছে so our answer is options which is given pedestrian pediatrician pollination and postulation and the answer is very easy everyone knows the answer should be pedestrian ঠিক আছে let's move to the next question okay next question number 56 or ki boli koise fill in the blank ঠিক আছে so January was the dash month last year ঠিক আছে so now we have to see we can the options which are given here is cold colder coldest and cool ठीक है so यहाँ पे जितने भी options दिए हुए हैं उसके अगर हम rule के हिसाब से जाए answer should be the coldest month last year why that should be the answer because the sentence says January was the dash month last year ঠিক আছে ইয়াত কোনো compare কৰা নাই কোনো মানে positive degree একো কবলৈ যোৱা নাই সো মানে এবাৰ ডিক্লেয়াৰ কৰি দিছে যেতিয়া মানে এনেকে কৈ দিয়ে যে কি এনেকুৱা সবতছে বেছি হৈছিল মানে लास्ट ईयर में ऐसा बहुत ज्यादा हुआ था या तो फिर लास्ट ईयर वाज लाइक दैट ओनली ठीक है तो उस केस में आपको हमेशा सुपरलेटिव डिग्री बिठाना है एंड एट द सेम टाइम वी हैव द आर्टिकल द सो व्हेनेवर वी पुट the superlative degree we are supposed to put the article the so it is already given so answer should be option number C January was the coldest month last year ठीक है okay let's move to the question number 60 with it says which word would you replace for the underlined word to reverse the meaning of the sentence now this is the question where it says to reverse the meaning of the sentence ইয়াত মানে reverse কৰিবলৈ কৈছে ঠিক আছে মানে ইয়াত synonyms খোধা নাই antonyms খোধা নাই মানে reverse in the sense on the other hand the same meaning कि मतलब अगर जो भी मीनिंग है सेंटेंस में उसका अगर उल्टा कर दे तो आपका क्या मीनिंग निकलेगा या फिर हमें कौन सा ऑप्शन देना है ठीक है एंड द सेंटेंस सेज फूड इन दिस होटल इज वर्स देन दैट प्रोवाइडेड at our hostel ठीक है so it says the food in this hotel is worse than that provided at our hostel so we can see the word then is given ठीक है and itself the word worse जनेगे bad worse worst this is the adjective degree right positive comparative and superlative similarly we have to give and replace this comparative degree with the other comparative degree which we can already see कि यहाँ पे आपका सिर्फ comparative degree बैठा हुआ है which can also reverse the meaning of the word which is worse ठीक है so answer should be option number B better let's move to the next question and it says identify the proper noun in the following list this is the basic question the most basic question which they have ever asked like they have asked question from noun ठीक है so whenever we learn English the noun is the basic chapter which we learn initially. So they have asked question from there. Basic mane proper noun or kotha khujse, that means the specific noun which we learn, ठीक है से. So we can see high mountain, ठीक है से. Black car, it's again, this is not exactly a proper noun, it's like adjective is given and noun is given, ठीक है से. It's a common noun. Again, deep sea, it's again not a proper noun. So we have an answer called Pacific Ocean, which is properly a proper noun. ठीक है से. Which of the following is a collective noun for the ship? Again, they are asking a collective noun from for the ship. ठीक है से. Collective noun हो बा any particular type of identification of any particular part of speech हो. So they do ask this type of question, and this is the most commonest one. ठीक है से. माने collective noun is one of the most common question they ask in the exam. So they are asking common noun for ships. So ships का common noun क्या हो जाएगा? It should be fleet of ships. ठीक है से. Next question, question number 80. It says the invigilator could not detect that the two boys were exchanging notes under his nose. What is the meaning of the marked portion? ठीक है से. Okay, so इस question paper में paper खनत माने एटू साके दिया নহल. So the underlined portion should be under his nose. तो जो भी underlined portion है उसका मतलब क्या है? They are asking. Let's see the meaning. Let's see the option first. The first option says with due permission, मतलब permission के साथ. Next option we have right in front with active help or in small pieces. ठीक है सर. So answers for this question should be right in front. मतलब under his nose मतलब उसी के सामने ही कुछ अलग से गलत काम या तो फिर इलीगल या फिर कुछ भी जो भी वो लोग कर रहे हैं वो काम करना. ठीक है. राइट इन द अंडर द नोज माने right in front. Next one, identify the correctly spelled word. So correctly spelled word किसके लिए पूछा है? Conservation. ठीक है सर. So conservation we can see again there is a, again there is this, again there is shan. So answer should be option number A. Let's see next question 98. Identify the correct definition of verb. So we again know what verb is. Verb is something we have learnt in our class, that verb is something which shows action. ठीक है सर. So इसमें से action वाले कौन सा meaning हो जाएगा? Naming word is not action. Things description words not a verb again. Action words, yes, definitely. So this would be your answer for question number 98. You have answer as option number C. Let's move to the next question. Okay, mark the correct word as synonym of affluent. ठीक है से. Affluent is something which shows someone who can influence. ठीक है से. माने जो जिनका influence या तो फिर impact society में होता है या फिर कहीं पे भी वो जाते हैं उनका होता है. So affluent means इसमें से अगर आपके पास synonyms पूछे, the answer should be wealthy. ঠিক আছে. So whenever we have learnt in our class कि हमें क्लासत बारे बारे কৈছিলো कि whenever we are asked synonyms and antonyms, it is not necessary that you will get exactly the synonyms or exactly the meaning of that word. उसके आसपास का कोई भी word अगर मिल जाएगा, that would be okay. ठीक है सर. Okay, next one, question number 126 and 127. It says we have to turn the sentence into passive voice. Active passive voice हमें क्लासत শিকিছিলো. Let's see what they are asking. Okay. Question number 126 says previous climbers had cut steps in the ice. So options given are steps had been cut in the ice, steps were cut in the ice, climbers cut steps in the ice, and steps cut in the ice by climbers. ठीक है सर. So they are asking to do or change the sentence into passive voice. So we have learned passive voice में बहुत simple सा या तो फिर बहुत common सा जो rule है, rule 2 की असल कि we do not change the tense. Passive voice और हमें tense to change न करूँ. আৰু at any cost passive active পৰা যদি আমি passive voice ले convert কৰিছো, passive voice ত আপোনাৰ ওচৰত verb or third form to থাকিব লাগিব. ঠিক আছে. So that is the requirement. Apart from that, what we do, we write by, done by, xyz, जिसने भी whenever we change the subject to object and object to subject. So this is how we write by. ठीक है. So we have 3 important rules. Let's see what fits here. So steps had been cut in the ice. Okay, so they have डन फ्रॉम हेड है तो उन्होंने हैड बिन कर दिया है. ओके. स्टेप्स वेर कट इन द आइस. क्लाइंबर कट्स स्टेप्स इन द आइस एंड स्टेप्स cut in the ice by climber. Okay, if we see we have only one option जहाँ पे by है and यहाँ पे verb का भी third form बैठा हुआ है. So we can mark option D as our answer for question number 126. Next one, no one can do anything unless someone gives us more information. ठीक है sir? So we can see the options. Nothing can be done without giving information. Okay, not going. Nothing can be done unless we are given more information. Okay, this may go. Next one, nothing can be done unless someone gives more information. Okay, इसका थोड़ा सा tone ही change कर दिया है. Okay, nothing can be done without information. Okay, this also doesn't go. So option number B should be our answer for the question number 127. Okay, so we are done with this question. Let's move to the next question, which is question number 8, and it says which word from the following is similar to beckon. ठीक है, बेकन मतलब हो जाता है माने टू की हो जाए कि whenever you make any kind of gesture with hands, with body, with your head. So giving gesture or making gesture is like is the word which says beckon. So यहाँ पे हमारे पास ऑप्शन क्या है, लाइट है, बैग है, मोशन है, हियर है. सो कुछ भी वर्ड जो कि आपके जेस्चर को दिखाता है, वी कैन गिव आंसर एज योर ऑप्शन नंबर सी, दैट इज मोशन. नेक्स्ट वन, विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग वर्ड्स इज क्लोजेस्ट इन द मीनिंग टू द वर्ड किन. किन का मतलब हो जाता है सम, एंड ऑप्शंस गिवन आर एक्सल्ट, ट्विस्ट. लेट्स सी द अदर ऑप्शंस. Exalt, twist, and then we have options like friend and relative. ठीक है sir? So mostly and commonly used word keen has the meaning called relative. ठीक है sir? So option number D should be the answer. Next one, what would be the synonym of the word educe? Educe मतलब हो जाता है, और educe माने हो जाए कि কাৰোবাৰ পৰা মানে ইনফৰমেশ্যনটো ওলোৱাই লোৱা. ঠিক আছে, মানে আমি যেনেকৈ যদি কোনোবা আমাক ক'ব বিচাৰে না, বাট ষ্টিল উই আৰ লাইক ভেৰি পুটিং চাম এফৰ্টছ টু টেক আউট দ্য ইনফৰমেশ্যন ফ্ৰম দেট পাৰ্চন. চ' দেট ইজ দ্য মিনিং অফ এডিউচ. দেট হেজ এ চিননিম অফ দ্য ৱৰ্ড এলিচিট. ঠিক আছে, অ'কে. নেক্সট ওৱান, ইট ছেইজ, লেটছ এডজাষ্ট দ্য বোৰ্ড ফাৰ্ষ্ট. অ'কে, লেটছ ৰিমুভ ইট. Okay, so next question says, choose the sentence that correctly communicates the meaning of the following sentence. The first one says, Barua was usually able to catch the 6:35 train from Guwahati. Okay, Barua was usually able to catch a 6:35 train from Guwahati. Next one says, Barua was usually able to catch on 6:35 train from Guwahati, and Barua was usually able to latch the 6:30. Okay, latch वाला word तो यहाँ पे नहीं आना चाहिए. It should not come. Barua was usually able to catch on. Okay, so we have everything similar. Catch the, catch a, and catch on. ठीक है? So if we see grammatically, option number A should be correct. Barua was usually able to catch the 6:35 train from Guwahati. So we are specifying some train which leaves at which मतलब जो भी train है वो कब छोड़ता है आपके 6:35 AM को, या फिर जो भी PM है उस समय आपका train निकलता है. He was able to catch that train. So that should be option number A. Next one, it says, put the verb in brackets into the present perfect tense and fill the space by repeating the auxiliary. So we have learned in our class that what is your we have learned in the class about the tense and about the primary and auxiliary verb. ठीक है? So what should be the option? And the question where we and the space we have where we have to fill the options are this and this, where you B वाला B का verb आपको डालने के लिए बोला है, and next one I be to the dentist. ठीक है सर? तो यहाँ पे ऑलरेडी हमारे पास ऑप्शंस क्या दिया हुआ है कि प्रेजेंट परफेक्ट. ठीक है सर? प्रेजेंट परफेक्ट में हमारे पास क्या आता है, हैव या तो फिर हैज का यूज करते हैं हम प्रेजेंट परफेक्ट टेंस में. ठीक है सर? सो यहाँ पे कौन सा वर्ड है जहां पे हैव और हैज यूज किया हुआ है? सो वी कैन सी एवरी ऑप्शन हैज, हैव. तो यहाँ पे सब में है, तो ऑप्शन नंबर डी में नहीं है, सो उसको पहले हम लोग रिमूव कर देते हैं. वी एलिमिनेट दैट ऑप्शन. लेट्स सी द अदर ऑप्शन. where you had, I have been. Where you had, I have been. Again, not where have you gone. I have been to the dentist. Where have you gone? Where have you been? Okay, it should not gone. Where have you been? Whenever we ask someone कि आप कहाँ पे हो या फिर आप कहाँ थे, so we ask with the sentence by saying where have you been? I have been to the dentist. So option number C should prevail. Let's move to the next question, and it says, the next question is about the passage. So I won't be reading the whole passage. Let's go to the question first directly. And I hope you have read the passage already. So I won't be reading the passage. I will be directly discussing the question. Okay, so यहाँ पे जो first question पूछा है according to this passage was the word hide in the first paragraph means. तो first paragraph में कहीं तो hide वाला word use किया हुआ है, उसका मतलब क्या है, ठीक है से? And let's say to Mohari bola gibo agot. Okay, so first उसमें कहाँ है the okapi, a forest mammal of Central Africa, has presented zoologists with a number of difficult questions since they first learned of its existence in 1900. The first was how to classify it because it was horse-like in dimension. ये जो okapi animal है, ये जो okapi animal है, हेतु कार निस्ना है because it was a horse-like in dimension and bore patches of strip hide similar to zebra. So strip hide similar to zebra বুলি কৈছে, ঠিক আছে? So what we can assume from the sentences ki what they are saying, what they are trying to talk about, they are trying to talk about with the option, if we see that they are trying to talk about the option C should be the answer for this question. The word hide in the first paragraph means the skin. ठीक है? Okay, let's move to the next question. The function of the third paragraph is to. The function of the third paragraph. This one is the first, this one is the second, and this one is the third. तो थर्ड पैराग्राफ में क्या बोला है? One reason for their seeming scarcity is that their coloration allows okapis to camouflage themselves even at close range. ঠিক আছে? So ইয়াত আমি কি পঢ়িলো পেছেজটোত কি okapi যোনটো এনিমেল হয় তাৰ মানে নাম্বাৰ 2 একচুৱেলি কম নহয়, দে আৰ লাইক মানে তাহাঁতি কি কৰে, তাহাঁতি মানে মুকলিত বেছিকৈ ঘূৰি নুফুৰে, তাহাঁতি মানে জংঘলৰ ভিতৰত বেছিকৈ ঘূৰি ফুৰে, ঠিক আছে? চ' সেইকাৰণে মানে কি হয় কি ৰিচাৰ্চাৰ্ছবোৰে মানে নিজৰ ৰিপৰ্ট ওলাইছে দে আৰ নট ৰেয়াৰ একচুৱেলি বাট দে আৰ কালচাৰেলি দে আৰ হিডেন ইন নেচাৰ, ঠিক আছে? তো সেইটো কাৰণে কুৱেশ্যনটো সুধিছে কি এইটো থাৰ্ড পেৰাগ্ৰাফত okapiৰ কথা কি বুলি কৈছে? চ' লেটছ চি দ্য ফাংচন অফ দ্য থাৰ্ড পেৰাগ্ৰাফ ইজ টু আমাৰ ওচৰত অপশ্যন আছে pose a question about okapi behavior, rebut a theory about okapi behavior, counter the assertion that okapis are rare, which is not, ঠিক আছে? Or explain why okapis appear to be rare. So যোনটো যদি আমি whole passage কথা চাওঁ, no doubt they are saying कि they are counter the assertion that okapis are not rare, ठीक है? But they are asking us to कि वो जो third वाला paragraph था उसमें क्या बोला है? So they are talking about something, explain why okapis appear to be rare, ठीक है? মানে আমি যোনটো এটা মই ক'লো कि they are not actually in rare quantity but they seems to be rare because they do not come outside. So they normally people cannot see them in normal time. Next one, okapis stay within the forest interior. The passage relates this to the dash of the okapi. So okapi junbur animal hoy tahandi ki kore tahandi they stays within the interior of the forest. যেনেকৈ এটা মই ক'লো they do not come out in the outside of the forest in the plain land, so they like to stay in the deep forest, ঠিক আছে? So the passage relates this to the মানে এই প্যাসেজটোত কি বুলি ৰিলেট কৰিছে এই সেন্টেন্সটো okapi stays within the forest and it should be the option number C, culture. মানে তাহাঁতৰ বিহেভিয়ৰ কথাটো কৈছে বেসিক্যালি এইটো লাইনেদি কি they are not rare but because they like to stay inside so they seems to be rare in the nature. Okay, let's move to the next question. Zoologist assumes, it says Zoologist assumes that okapis are relics and they respect the forest land borders. It means, and options given are okapis are humanoid creature, they are culturally inclusive, they communicate with other bordering creature. Okay, so it should be option number D. None of the zoologists assume that okapis are relics, something which is very old, and they respect the forest land borders. So is এটোৰ পৰা মানে আমি কি বুজো? So options to যোনবোৰ দিয়া আছিলে তাৰ ভিতৰত মানে ফাৰ্ষ্টত কি বুলি কৈছে, okapis are humanoid creature, they are culturally inclusive, and they communicate with bordering creatures, which is not, this should not be the answer. Okapis are humanoid creature. No, they are culturally inclusive. No, it should be option number D, none of the above. Okay, let's move to the next question. Question number 137 and 138. And it says, try to choose the best definition for the italicized word by searching for context clues in the sentence. ठीक है? So let's see, and yat mane question to italicized kori diya hua nai sake. So let's do it. The word gullible was there in the question paper. So Mr. Powers was so gullible that he believed even the most outlandish excuses of his insincere employees. ठीक है? So now they are asking what is the meaning of the word gullible. So gullible mane ki hoy, anyone who can be in the influence of anyone very easily. For example, if you meet someone and you say something very bizarre to them and they will accept it without thinking or without taking any logical idea about that, they will just believe in you कि okay ऐसा होता था. So उस case में your options are given: intelligent, naive, dishonest and critical, and the answer should be naive. That means naive means और हो जाता है. You can also say the synonyms of naive is noob, right? A mature, ठीक है से? So you can give the option B as your answer. Let's move to the next question. Okay. It says the new shipping and receiving building is an expansive facility large enough to meet our growing needs. And यहाँ पे जो भी italicized word था, that is expansive. So expansive और meaning to की हो जाए anything which is very very open, very wide and very spacious. So we have to direct answer given here. The option number C, spacious, is the meaning of expansive. Okay, we have another passage. They are talking about some evolution of cycle. So I will not again read the passage. We will directly go to the questions. Okay, so the passage is like this. And the first question says, the first person to use a gear system on the bicycle was. Option was H. J. Lawson, Kirkpatrick, Macmillan, Perry McHawkes, and James Starley. So according to the passage, we can give the answer option number. Okay, ये फिर से चला गया. Okay. Option number D as your answer, James Starley. ये directly question मैंने answer to directly passage ओटे दिया sil. Let's read the next question. Which of the following statements from the passage represent the writer's opinion? Now they are asking something about the writer's opinion. So what is the writer's opinion here? Okay. So I'm again assuming that you have read the passage. So I will be just discussing the options here. It says the safety bicycle would look familiar to today's cyclist. Next, it says 200 years ago, bicycle didn't even exist. The Mycock's brother called their bicycle a velocipede, and Macmillan's machine had tires with iron rims. So, yat khudi se apunak ki which of the following statements from the passage represent the writer's opinion? So, writer's opinion juntu bhalke prakash kore hetu option kuntu hoy according to the passage, and it should be option number A. The safety bicycle would look familiar to today's cyclist. Let's move to the next question. It says, okay, read the following sentence from the fourth paragraph. Okay, 10 years later, James Starley, an English inventor, made several innovations that revolutionized bicycle design. So as it is used in the sentence, the underlined word revolutionized means. So revolutionized or meaning to apna khudi se yar bhitor kuntu hoy. Is this cancelled, changed drastically, became outdated, and exercised control over. So answer should be changed drastically. Something which changed with the period of time, that too drastically, a huge change, that is known as revolution. Next one, Macmillan added iron rims to the tires of his bicycle. Why did he add? So etu khudise and etur answer o apnar passage or directly dia ase, and answer to hobo option number uh, to make the tires last longer. তাত মানে দিয়া আছিল কি হি এড কেলে কৰিছিল, so that কি মানে টায়াৰটো অকমান বেছি সোনকালে বেয়া হৈ নাযাওক. so that means সোনকালে বেয়া হৈ যাব দিব বিচৰা নাই যদি আমি কোনবা বস্তুটো, that means make the tires last longer. Option B should be the answer. Next one, find the analogy of the relation between the words from those given below on the basis of indicative uppercase word pair preceding the choices. And the choices, as an example, it is given shelf and bookcase, and इसी के में आपका आंसर हो जाएगा option number D, key and piano. Let's move to the next question, and the next question says, this application was written dash a pen. এই কুৱেশ্যনটো আমি ক্লাছত বহুত ভালকে কৰিছিলোঁ, এণ্ড যোনবোৰো ষ্টুডেণ্ট এই ক্লাছটো এটেণ্ড কৰিছে প্ৰিপজিশ্যনৰ ক্লাছটো, দে definitely have given the correct answer, and the correct answer is should be with. So whenever, and we have I have taught you the rule. The rule was the application was written dash a pen whenever it is given a pen which is a non-living thing and it is countable in nature. So it is always written with. अगर ये नॉन लिविंग नहीं, मतलब अगर ये नॉन लिविंग प्लस अनकाउंटेबल होता तो उसमें हमने क्या रूल सीखा था? So it should be in always. So the answer should be option number B, with. Okay, let's move to the next question, and next question says, choose the correct pair to fill up the blanks. He put some dash on the hinge so that it should not dash. Okay, dash on the hinge matlab হে তাৰ মানেটো কি হয়, যেনেকে দৰজাখন যে হেৰিত লাগি থাকে, there is something which connects the door and the wood, that is known as hinge. ঠিক আছে, so answer should be for this question is option number A, oil and squeak. So he put some oil on the hinge so that it should not squeak. Squeak মানে কি হৈ যায়, কি যেতিয়া দৰজাখনত ৰাষ্ট লাগি থাকে, মানে সেই দৰজাখন বহুত বেলেগকে মাত এটা দিয়ে, so সেই মাতটোক squeak বুলি কয়. ঠিক আছে, let's move to the next question, and it is again about a passage, and it's a very small passage, and we can read the passage here. Okay, and the passage says, light pollution is a growing problem worldwide. Like other forms of pollution, light pollution degrades the quality of the environment. Where it was once possible to look up at the night sky and see thousands of twinkling stars in the inky blackness, one now sees little more than the yellow glare of urban sky glow. When we lose the ability to connect visually with the vastness of the universe by looking up at the night sky, we lose our connection with something profoundly important to the human spirit, our sense of wonder. ঠিক আছে, so I hope পেছেজটো আপোনালোকে বুজি পাইছে. মানে কি কৈছে কি আজিকালি with the growing urbanization we cannot see the sky properly. Okay, so let's move to the questions, and the first question says, the passage implies that most serious damage done by light pollution is to our art history, sense of wellness, cultural advancement, and questing spirit. So option should be option number D. It is totally given in the passage itself. ঠিক আছে, next question to hoise 147, and it says, everyone admired dash his courage. Now again we have to put some preposition in the blank. ঠিক আছে, so preposition which is given is at, of, and for, and no word required. So we have learned in our class that whenever the verb is in the past form, यहाँ पे कोई भी आपको preposition लगाने की जरूरत नहीं है. ठीक है, so answer should be option number D, no word required, and the sentence should sound like, everyone admired his courage. ठीक है, ये for कब होता, जब यहाँ पे ऑलरेडी इसी सब्जेक्ट के बारे में आपको देता कि everyone admired, not इसी सब्जेक्ट, मतलब इसी को अगर रिलेट करके देते, everyone admired him for his courage, ऐसा हो सकता था, but this should not be the answer. No word required should be your answer. Let's move to the next passage, and the passage says, okay, I will not read the passage. We will directly jump into the question, and the question says, question number 148, it says, how is reality defined as in the passage? Meaning, action, feeling, or web. तो यहाँ पे in the question, in the passage, there is something they are talking about the meaning of life. So यहाँ पे meaning का, या sorry, how is reality is defined in the मतलब life से. So यहाँ पे reality का meaning आपसे पूछा है, and it should be the option number A. Next one, in the context of the passage, which of the following does not serve as a symbol? ইয়াত যোনটো পেছেজ দিয়া আছিল তাত কেইটামান ৱৰ্ড ইনক্লুড কৰিছিল that does not include in the category of symbol. ঠিক আছে, symbol মানে পেছেজটোত কোৱা আছিল যে কি we as a human use signal to communicate with each other. So once you lose the connection with the people, or once you stop understanding somebody else's signal, so we kind of feel like alienated from that person. So this is what they're talking about in the passage. So there are some words which they have said ki it is a sign of signal, jaise ki what they have said, whistle, a wall of graffiti, a flashing red light, a fist raised in the air, and all serve as a symbol. ठीक है? So यहाँ पे option जो नहीं दिया है, that is your option number D, culture shock. ठीक है? Next one, in the context of the topic of the passage, when do we feel lost or frightened? So in the context of the passage, etu diya asil, ami we feel lost and we feel frightened when we feel that the other person is not understanding our language, or other person say we won't be able to connect. So at that moment we feel lost and we feel frightened. So it should be when we lose competition, no. When we slip outside the symbolic web of the culture, option B should be the answer for this question. Okay, so here we can finish the video. I hope you guys have done well, and thank you for watching the video.